changing it.
Yeah, and ain't nobody here. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good.
Staying out of trouble?
I'm trying.
You getting the hang of it yet?
It's coming along.
Good.
Coming along. Yeah, I had so much going on trying to retire, trying to do that, trying to do this. This is all different.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game than whatever I've done. So, but yeah, it's starting to click a little.
Good deal.
And I've put a lot of time down here. But that's the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah, you're right.
Is do it. I don't know how. Are we supposed to? How many of us are already on the board?
5.
So
5 for redevelopment. And then Kelly, and then Brian, and then
I gotta let her in.
5, 6, 7. What is there, 8 total, and then the attorney?
I was wondering, I probably ought to sit down here.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. We are live right now. I'm
Hi.
gonna let you know.
I should probably be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hi.
Got us all locked out. Were we all sitting like spaced
We're just
between
spacing,
each other?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're there, so I'll go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit.
Oh, you'll go there?
Yeah, I can just sit here, so I have a mic.
Okay.
Richard, do I need to do anything back there?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and press
What's up,
record
Mr.
button.
Bob?
and
What do you
we-
say?
We are live right now,
I'm
everybody.
gonna go ahead and do it now.
We're live right now.
Library.
I'll just sit down here.
About that time.
Do you still do the recording on the computer of the sound?
Where'd Rezzo go?
Or did you stop that?
Is that Rezzo out here?
Yeah, he was staying out there on the
Got in his
phone.
truck and took off.
Well, he said the meeting was canceled.
No. Who said that?
He did. He said,
Rezzo?
they told me the meeting's canceled.
Brian better
That's
call
why I
him.
asked you that.
No, it's not canceled.
I don't know what he was talking about.
I better get my phone. Or you got, call Brian. Tell Brian to call him. I don't have his phone number.
He's coming, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, if Rezzo left, tell him might want to call Rezzo back. He was here and he said that the thing had been, said that it had been canceled.
What was canceled?
He told
We
Rezzo
just started early.
said that it had been canceled or something. He was just out here and he got in his car and left.
Uh-huh.
Every other.
Okay.
There's reason.
I didn't know if we should call and tell him that it's not
No.
canceled.
No, he knows it's not canceled. Well, I just got off the phone with him.
Because he just left.
Okay.
He was talking to him,
He
told him.
thought, he thought the meeting was canceled.
Rezzo.
Rezzo did.
No.
I told him it wasn't, so he just, but he went ahead and left anyway.
Anybody need any water?
Mike or Bob?
Yes, Bob.
Bob, I could use water.
You want a water? Anybody else want a water?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Got Java.
Callie, where's the water?
Upstairs. Who needs water? Unless there might be some there's some down here in the utilities fridge.
How are
Do
you
need a
today?
badge?
Doing well. You?
Do you need a badge?
Good, thank
I
you.
think I can get in with mine.
Okay.
Is the pool
Yeah.
get finished yet,
Yes.
Kevin?
Almost.
Is it gonna be used this summer?
We used it last Saturday when it was 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you
That's
have,
swimming pool.
you have heater hooked up to it?
We do.
That's the only way to
Yeah.
use it.
I hope when we open our pool,
Over
'cause
there by Lanny,
here, if they don't,
Rusty.
I'm gonna wind up buying one.
Yes.
I don't think they are opening
6
them,
foot
are they?
distance.
Well, we're gonna have a talk about it tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can.
Brian, do you have masks
Buddy?
we can wear?
I'm great. How are Thank you.
Do you really want one?
It would be a lot cuter if we all had masks on.
Well,
here, right?
you definitely would be cuter, and that's live on YouTube, by the way.
It's
Okay.
what?
So we are live on YouTube, so I just cracked on you on live YouTube.
Hey, are we live right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you never know what's gonna happen, do you? Smile, you're on candy
That
camera.
could be dangerous, couldn't it?
I'm telling you. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. You didn't have to come and bring that for me.
All that noise.
Hey, Brian,
That's,
Mr. Rezzo was here
that's,
and left.
I called him, told him that he was tabled, or was that Bob?
Bob was here.
Yeah, I called Mike. Mike didn't call Bob.
We're taking him off the agenda then?
Yeah, when we get, yeah, we're gonna table that. Officially. I'm gonna ask you to. Officially.
All right, we'll call the Lawrenceburg Redevelopment Commission meeting for May the 11th, 2020, 4:30 PM to order. We are live on YouTube. And of course, everybody's here present. Can we get a roll call?
Executive Director Brian Messmore,
Present.
President Richard Richardson,
Present?
Vice President Lenny Fryman,
Present?
Secretary Kevin Schaefer,
Present?
Member April Fritsch,
Present.
Member Brian Johnson,
Present.
School Board Member Brian Jansen is absent, and City Attorney Zach Anderson.
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Brookbank. Appreciate that. I will entertain, if we've all had a chance to read the minutes from the previous meeting, we need a motion to approve those.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any announcements this evening?
It's, depending upon, public gathering limitations and so forth, I have scheduled for the June meeting, 2 presentations, for the tax credit housing project, one from Model Group and the other from Flaherty and Collins. So assuming we can meet and have, a larger gathering than we have today, just wanted to let you know that, to be looking forward to that. In addition to that, I should have an update, or we should have a formal update from Urban Fast Forward on the progress and conversations to date.
All right, good. Is everything going well with that, Brian?
Yeah, I think so. Most of you, have you met Kathleen? She's met, we've had several Zoom meetings. She's meeting with members of Main Street, Downtown Partnership. She should be contacting you guys fairly soon. And she's reviewed historic documentation in terms of studies and plans that have been put together. And so we're making progress and looking forward to a consensus plan of some outstanding targets to help our local merchants.
All right, sounds good. Ms. Brookbank, do you have a financial report for us this evening?
Yes, as of May 4th, 2020, the balance for redevelopment is $2,608,701.88, and after monies committed to projects, it's $1,566,308.78.
Does anybody have any questions regarding that? All right, I will open the floor up to new business. Director Messmore, we have resolution number 2 before us this evening.
That we do, and Zach, if I butcher this, feel free to jump in, but this is an annual requirement of the city of Lawrenceburg. Since we collect TIF revenues, we are required annually to make a determination of whether or not that we have assessed value in any of the allocation areas. We work together with our local council and Reedy Financial to determine that, and we do not have any excess assessed value to be distributed to the local taxing units. There are letters that will be sent to the local taxing units as required by law following this meeting, so that we maintain that open communication about the TIF areas and the other taxing units.
The only thing that I would add to what Mr. Messmore said is that this report is due by June 15th, and so the last stage after acceptance or approval of this resolution will be to send out these letters to the other relevant local taxing districts here, taxing units, putting them on notice of the commission's determination.
Does anybody have any questions or comments concerning Resolution 2-2020 of the Redevelopment Commission? If there are no questions, I would entertain a motion to accept Resolution number 2-2020.
So moved?
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We'll let April second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Brian, also under new business, we have Firehouse Development Contract Amendment.
Yes, I'm going to ask for a recommendation, or asking for a recommendation to table that this evening. Essentially, we're really unable to complete the changes into contract form, and rather than get the cart before the horse, we felt that it was more appropriate to dot the i's and cross the t's, so to speak. Pardon me.
If the mayor were here, you'd be buying pizza.
That's what I got last time.
You have to buy pizza?
No, unfortunately. Not yet anyways.
Okay, do we have a motion to table the Firehouse Development Contract Amendment?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Yeah, and just to clear up any confusion on that for the audience, due to the COVID-19 virus issues, the construction was delayed, and the construction completion date was not met. So that's what the demand or the premise was for the contractual amendment.
Does anybody have any questions about that before we move on? Don't want to rush it.
Nope.
No.
Okay. We don't have anything else under new business. Under old business, we do have a Main Street report. I know that's been provided in our packets. Obviously, Michelle couldn't be here this evening. Brian, did you want to add anything to it?
No, just again, it's a program that we partnership with Main Street, and it's a very well received program here in our community, and just like to keep the board informed with how those dollars are being utilized. I would suggest that in addition to the first-time home buyers owner-occupied program, which I always butcher, we may want to take a work session later this summer and just kind of look at these programs individually and see if there's any advantages or disadvantages to the way they're written, and maybe modify some or not. I think it would be appropriate.
Anybody have any questions in regard to that or any of the programs that we do have?
You want to dig in deeper what you're talking about? Do you have something that you think needs to be looked at, or?
Not necessarily, but I think it would be a healthy exercise, and obviously Michelle would be here, the Main Street group, and they can talk about some of their experiences, some of the things that fell out of the boundaries that, for good reasons or for just didn't quite fit. Maybe there's there might be an opportunity to, improve a program.
Is this something we could use as like an educational opportunity for the public as well, if we had a
Sure.
work session?
Absolutely. It'd
Just
be
go
perfect.
over what these
Yeah.
programs are, have it
Yeah.
on video?
Right.
Yeah, helps you as board members to be able to inform the public if they come up and ask you questions. I think that would be really good, yeah.
I think that'd be great. Do you need a motion to set that up, or
No,
can you move
not,
forward with that?
I don't need one, but if you want to make one, you can.
Well, if you don't need one, we won't make one.
All right.
We'll be awaiting an email.
Yes.
All right. If there's no other new or old business.
I do have an additional old business.
Yes, sir.
That was dropped off on my desk late this afternoon. Let's see, in our development projects, this would be back in April of 2019, Redevelopment Commission, prior Redevelopment Commission entered into an agreement with the athletic club for the terms were 15% of the total cost of the project. The project was approximately $298,000, which left our contribution at $44,747.10. payable after they have expended their 85%. So the drawings are complete. I have the drawings, I have the letter. So once we've corrected some dates on the contract, I will be signing that based on the last commission's authority. But I wanted to make you aware that that was going on in case you weren't aware.
We already discussed this previously this year, that he had asked for an amendment.
Yes,
So,
yeah,
We had denied that
Right.
amendment.
right.
We had denied the amendment, and plus the
Right.
original contract had never been signed.
yeah, correct.
The no changes are gonna be.
No changes.
So it's back to the original
Back to the,
contract.
yes,
That he's keeping the athletic club and making offices?
that's correct.
Any other questions on that before we move forward? Okay. If not, I will take a motion to approve the claims.
Make a motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Earl seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. All right, if there's nothing else, I will take a motion to adjourn this evening. Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Kevin seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Thank you. YouTube is still live.
YouTube is still live.
Hey, Richard, hang on a minute.
Did we talk about this? They're gonna bring in somebody next meeting to discuss it.
That's okay. You guys can have the drawing. I have drawing. This is the athletics other portion.
Good.
And then you'll need a copy of the resolution, right? I got it ready to sign.
I'll need copies of the letters. Signed letters to send out.
Oh, I don't think anybody did that.
Only
Richard, I'll get him to sign it tomorrow. He has to go turn off.
They'll
the
have 'em.
live stream, so.
But yeah, I've requested from both groups that they provide, you know, the same thing, total number of units, site layout, front and rear, rendering, total budget cost, city contribution, break it all down, so they'll be comparing that.
The Episcopal,
Yeah.
the ERS,
Yeah,
they had a